Just south of Venice, on the east coast of Italy, is Pesaro. It's a seaside resort. A picturesque place with its narrow streets, ducal palace, and friendly fountain in the piazza. What draws throngs of tourists from all over is not just Pesaro's pretty sights. Pesaro is the setting of the Rossini Opera Festival, and this is Ermione, performed only once before in 1819. Rockwell Blake, a 37-year-old tenor from Plattsburgh in upstate New York. The Barber of Seville is Rossini's best-known opera, but he did write 35 others. Many have not been performed for years, partly due to changing tastes, but also because of a lack of qualified male singers.
We've had a lack of the men who could really do justice to the parts. After we had Madame Callas and Madame Sutherland, and some of the rest of us, then we really were missing men. And that was the big thing. The men didn't have the training.
One of the world's leading opera stars, famed for her mastery of Rossini's music, is Marilyn Horne.
I'd say 20 years ago, when we started to sing these things like Semiramide, etc., the performances of the men seemed to be weaker than the women, but now we have the men that can sing the parts too. And interestingly enough, mostly all of them come from America.
And among them is Rockwell Blake.
I took the pains to learn how to do it. People ask me why I like to do this makeup. I said, because if I do a really bad job and I make a big flop, I can get out of the theater without anybody recognizing me. So far, I've been lucky. I haven't flopped.
The New Yorker music critic called him the wide-ranging, high-flying, heroic coloratura tenor we have been waiting for.
I can't say that everything I do is a gift, because the voice, the instrument itself, has certain qualities and had certain qualities when I started singing. When I was a young kid, but it had possibilities, and what I do with it, I would say a very large portion of what I do with it is technique. It's not so much laid on the natural talents. There's a natural voice there, but it took a lot of culturalization to make it do what I wanted it to do.
Rockwell Blake has been singing at the Rossini Festival for the last 5 years, and they have asked him back for the next 5.
At that tempo.
He is hooked on Rossini.
Truth is, if my motivation was to make $1 million, I wouldn't be singing Rossini. I'd be singing Puccini or something like that. But that's not what I want to do. It's not my interest. My interest is to sing Rossini, is to sing music that I love.
Good. Makes sense? Good.
Blake made his Metropolitan Opera debut in 1981. Since then, he has performed in most of the major opera houses in the United States and Europe. Blake's 2.5 octave range, vocal agility, and musicianship keep him in constant demand. Last fall, he made his recital debut in Paris.
Wasn't the bridge covered thunder last year? What bridge? The bridge with the... Yeah.
His wife, Deborah, a former voice student, travels with him.
Beautiful dreamer out on the sea, mermaids are chanting the wild Lorelei. If I can remember the words, we'll be just fine. The idea of losing my voice, my life doesn't, the way I run my life, it doesn't allow me to have these kinds of nightmares. My nightmares are arriving on the stage and not knowing what it is I'm supposed to sing. Those sorts of things you can run into. And so that I can't say that losing my voice is a nightmare. There's a lot of sweat, but it's mostly on the brow. Generally, the sweat happens at home. And the preparation that you have to do and study. The studying and the technical study of preparing the voice to have it ready is, for me, was real hard. Exercise all the time and making the voice do certain things. Consider it home. I grew up here. I started out here, and so I have to say that I have a lot of roots here.
Blake will return to the Metropolitan Opera this October. He came back to Plattsburgh for a brief break.
Is it done?
Break it.
And a special recital for his hometown friends.
Thank you. Oh, is that what that is?
If I were to give anything less than the best I could do, the people here would be cheated in a very bad way. It's not just a presentation of music; it's a presentation of the form. Because the recital form here is, when was the last time there was a recital in Plattsburgh? I have no idea. How long ago? So it has to be all of it enjoyable. You have to look at it well. It can't bore you on any level. Otherwise, the form itself will die. And they'll say, well, that was fun. I won't come back.
Un sento di fiori, di cori midie, e dice cortese sorprese da me. Chi più del suo cuore l'amore mostrò, chi il fiore mi tolse e chi me donò, chi il fiore mi tolse e chi me donò.
This is what is important about singing. This is the art of singing. It's not just a job. It's not just a passionate scream. It is a very fine and well-considered art and craft, as well as a ballet is. And that for me is the greatest sweat.